Ooh, previously on the Free Roll 5. Yes.
I mean, we're looking for a ship, but we're not going to know it till we see it. So
My charisma's plus 100, so it's okay.
You arrive at the dockyard, and you see a myriad of ships ahead of you.
Our players may be outmatched, outgunned, and on a ship to nowhere. Will our heroes be able to get back into the action, defeat the Soldier of Misfortune, Grimvald, with the help of their robot friends? Does Falcon have what it takes to rebuild a mast? Can artists even hit anything? Who knows? We'll see you again in 2 weeks for the conclusion episode, Rolling Tides, Chapter 4. Did you know that we absolutely love all the support you've given us? All of the follows and subscriptions are super great to see. Because of that, we'd like to thank each and every one of you, and we've got one heck of a list. So, without further ado, Bus Stop Toy Shop, House of Static, Dungeons with, DM of Chaos C, Xmouth Gamer, Bossy_Games, Dragonfire Dice, They Make Dice, The_Geek_Life, BLZE Bob, 13, H4RU17, SWRPG Pod, Printable Pawns with customizable paper minis for your boards, one-on-one D&D, It's a Mimic D&D, Lorena Bell _, DRev RPG, Dead Men Questing, Mephistoin Cania, Tabletech_Games, Ichabard, Roll Control, My Game Books, Monday Nights BC, John Blade Pod, Hamster Waldo, Apodiah Game, Running the Table. Check them out for questions on any TTRPG gaming, Atomic Pace, Seas of Vidari, Lil Drum Boy, RVDSSIA, He Creates Comics, World of Heartrun, Pod Sound School, Brutus Valatori, Real_Sharks, Tommy Oler, Coventry Pod, The Reasonable GM, NorCal Mythos, Dark Scholars, Games_Overlord for all your tagging retweets, Crabs the Game, Blue Munchkinite, GM Kevin Belden, APA Something, Miss Handbook, Shooty P, and of course, C's Card. This is a ton of new followers in the last week, and we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for giving us a bit of a platform to help share our story. Before we head off for the day, evening, or night, we'd like to ask if you wouldn't mind hopping on down to iTunes and giving us a review. We'd love some feedback so we know how we can make the episodes even better for everyone. We'd love to have a 5-star review, but we do appreciate honesty, and any review we get we'll love. Send us a screenshot of it, and the 6 of us will give you a personalized thanks before the outro of the next episode. If you found us through Twitter, you can download us at every location there is, from iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podbean, Podtail, Blueberry, pretty much everywhere. And we've also got ourselves a Patreon where you can get the banter, bad jokes, and some lewd language at the end of each episode. It's only $1 an episode, so about the cost of a half a cup of half milk steam mocha latte with whipped chocolate.
I don't remember.
I don't know what any of those words mean. Because coffee should be black.
That's right.
And that's a little gatekeeping, but what do you do? Our Patreon can be reached at patreon.com/freeroll5, where we also put up free blog posts about the DM players and what it's like to game. Find us on Twitter at freeroll5, Facebook and Instagram at freeroll5podcast, and our website, which currently redirects to Podbean, freeroll5.com. Well, I'll stop talking now. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
We're here. I guess we'll stay. We're here.
My attitude. That might come back to my
It's getting closer and closer. Sound around you starting to fade. It's becoming more quiet. Wind will die down the sails. Corlon is going to call for a Warforged barbarian.
Quickly, Jessica. She named herself Jessica, I'm not sure why.
Jessica, the Warforged, rolls towards the 5. She has a name tag that has Horzeth scratched out and Jessica written beneath.
Fair enough.
Give them what we found in the wilds.
And Jessica sides Owen to reveal individual boxes, ranging in size and type.
I think you'll find inside exactly what you need. Put them on and use them.
Funkin, your box has a beanie hat. It seems to have tightly packed metal rods within it. Putting it on, an eyepiece, much like the jeweler's eyepiece, extends from the side, and when looking through, you see it acts much like a telescope and can increase the range to which you see. It is a simple-looking eyepiece, though it makes up for that with its ability. With this, you're going to get +2 to hit with all your ranged weapons and +2 to damage with those ranged weapons when equipped. So that'll help kind of offset your...
You're never gonna get him off pot shots.
Well, for his pot shots, because we've seen in previous encounters that
Better that way.
it'll help your bonus to attack.
He has a little bit of a
Shoot from the hip kind of situation, you know.
Be like, guys, I'm taking a +2 pot shot.
I'm actually +3 now.
Hey, ooh. From out of the box, Freya, you take what appears to be a petticoat. Certainly, this petticoat isn't modest, as it's made with blue, pink, and green strands of silver? How fitting that it would be made with such grace and have a lightness and apparent strength to it as well. You gain +2 to your AC, and it doesn't hamper your spellcasting ability in any way.
Nice.
That's good.
That is good.
I like how he's giving us exactly what each one of us needs to survive this.
Did you just give her myth?
I'm getting a life jacket. It's gonna be like,
Add
and
+3
here's your
to
bag of
float.
rocks.
You're not getting a getting a life jacket. You're getting a life boat.
You're gonna give me a boat. I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
I'll buy your boat when you're done with it.
If the name badge on it says Fonkin, I don't want it.
It's just made out of a colander. Darcassian.
Yes.
Your box opens to be a brooch. It is very loud and brash in its design. It seems to suit your personality very well.
Well, yes, it does.
There are 5 tendrils wrapped up and circled the outline of this brooch in different colors, much like an overheated piece of steel.
Ah, yeah.
You gain +2 to your AC.
All right.
Everybody's AC is gonna be over mine.
I need a lot of AC.
Yeah, you would. Nobody else would, though.
Poor Freya.
Upon opening your box, Artis, you find granite gloves.
Told you.
Reaching in and placing your hand within the gloves themselves, they are very light, held together with marble pins. You still have full dexterity of your fingers, as Fonkin, in his apparent drunkenness, fumbles with his eyepiece. You're able to snatch it before it hits the ground. You get +2 to your AC when worn.
Oh, I'm putting these babies on.
I have a quick question. Any her any heavier?
They did not make her any heavier.
Let's see how the backhand works.
So when she falls off, it's going to be easier to bring her into the boat.
Well, she'll basically just her whole body will sink, but it's just the granite gloves that'll be up.
Awesome! That's a good flotation
They're like
device.
buoys. Unfortunately, you'll still drown.
Son of a...
Xenoxia, your box is slightly larger than even Freya's. Inside this case is a very well-made hide armor from buffalo, you can tell. The buttons and clasps are made from brilliantly polished agate. The interior of the armor has a design of the buffalo it was created from, showing fealty to the animal as a sign of respect. Printed upon the bottom, that which protected will be used to protect again. +2 to your AC when worn. Your armor check penalty and AC bonus as wearing leather, so it acts as a leather armor, but a +2 to your AC on top of that. So does anybody have any questions about these fancy new things that Jessica brought you?
Do we get grevers?
Yes.
Nice.
Forevers and evers.
Forevers and evers.
Does it have any more, how do I put this? Any more abilities other than what you're telling us?
No.
So mine's just shiny and makes me pretty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Here's what we're thinking, and I'm gonna role play it. Corlon,
Yes.
do you have any bottles on board or any flammable liquids? Both of them. I'm guessing like gear lube or something, maybe. I'm trying not to be racist, I hope, but something like that.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, he's
Even if
got
it's like bottles of wine or something.
Kerosene.
yeah, he'll have. Does it have to be a liquid?
As long as it, well,
I mean, there's like gunpowder kind of stuff from like alchemist fire. Think of it kind of like that, which would blow stuff up.
we'll go with that. Okay, so
Yeah, he's got.
Silverhands.
It's right up top next to the gun cannons that are up here.
cool. And we can say that there's bottles or containers that we can use.
Sure.
Silverhands,
Yes.
does that ring work multiple times in a day?
It does indeed.
I got a plan.
We'll speak in private about your plan.
Okay, what we worked out
Okay.
is we're gonna fill the containers with the gunpowder.
They already have gunpowder on them, but yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
whatever. I wasn't sure if you were going to go with gunpowder or we were going to go with like a gear lube or something.
Right.
And then we are going to offload them on Silverhands. And while he's doing that, I'm popping magic stone for 3 stones, putting them in the bottles when I'm handing them to him. So Artis is taking those 3 bottles with gunpowder. She's putting a magic stone in each one. She's giving them Silverhands and saying, "Silverhands,
Yes.
get up in their crow's nest."
Oh, indeed. That's where I'm heading.
And now Artis is going to go to the bow of the ship, and when we give the word, light him up.
Absolutely, my dear.
So are you're going to this crow's nest in the boat that you're in now?
Yes, in the boat that we're in right now.
Well, you can go to this one.
Because I needed to see what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a sight glass? Captain? Corlon? Good friend. Do you have a sight glass?
Doesn't, because he doesn't need one.
Yeah, he's a...
Do we have something that gives me a little bit of look?
Well, we're waiting until he gets close.
Ah,
so
yes,
he'll be
let's
able
wait
to
until
see.
he gets closer. I'm with that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you go up to ours.
I'm going to go take a vantage point in the crow's nest, and I will have my my bow and arrow with me too as well.
Okay. If you want to do any spot checks, I can give you an additional +2 to your spot since you're up a heck of a lot higher and you
We
can
can
see
do that.
further.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Does anybody have anything else that they would like to do in preparation for what is about to go down?
I'm gonna pull out my silver bullets in my sling.
Okay. Funkin?
Crossbow's ready to go.
Xenoxia? Nothing, I assume. Okay.
You got a crossbow.
Crossbow.
Okay.
Basically, the way I'm seeing this is as the guy's coming up and we're still in the talking phase of things,
Yes.
and Artis is going to signal Silverhands, pop over there and chuck the bottles straight down at their deck and then pop back to us.
Okay. You're only going to be able to hold 2 at a time.
That's quite all right.
Double fisting. Mm-hmm. Let's say...
If that's the case, why don't I take one then?
That seems to work fine with
He
me.
can hold 3. We've got
Okay.
one in his mouth.
I'm not playing that game with magic stones and gunpowder near my face. This is the moneymaker, my dear.
Moneymaker.
I like that.
So I'll say these guys...
Oh
and
no, he lost his voice.
We'll say they're about yay big.
What?
Right. They're about
yes.
they're about a foot.
I would think about like a gallon milk jug would be perfect.
I'm going to say aim for like their gunpowder barrels or below deck so that the thing sinks.
How your explodey marbles were the D6?
It's a D6 plus 1.
It is getting closer and closer. You can see the crew over there much more easily at this point. You see a horde of undead.
No.
And 3 giant ogres, which are also undead.
How does one get passage on that boat?
It's by invite only.
I think it's going to involve dying, bud.
Ogres themselves are wielding great clubs, and the zombies are wielding nothing else, but there are many.
How many is in a horde exactly? I mean, is it 3 or more? Is there a minimum that can be?
You estimate there's roughly about 30,
Oh, good lord.
and only 3 ogres, and then the Soldier of Misfortune himself.
And how many
standing at the helm.
automatons do we have helping us?
Roughly around the same.
Ah, okay, good. So a good straight up one-on-one battle
We're going to get hosed.
Basically one-on-one, yeah.
to them. Yes. Plus our 5, so we have 5 more.
Yeah.
Hey, powers and numbers.
Why don't we roll initiative? The ogres are going to go on their own initiative. The horde's going to go on their initiative, and the Soldier of Misfortune is going to go on his initiative.
Artis rolled a 9. Well, rolled a 4 and added 5.
So 9?
It's not going well. And now I'm standing at the bow of the ship with a gunpowder bomb.
You'll be fine, my dear.
Yeah, it's so.
Viking funeral.
Yeah, it's looking like.
You got an 18?
Xenoxia?
23.
23.
So you better move that board before it falls.
Yeah, no. Funkin.
10.
Freya?
16.
Darkassian?
18.
Okay.
Artis is an idiot.
9.
Artist got a rock.
No, I mean something completely different. I just realized that I have to actually click equip on armor stuff. So, like, my shield bonus to armor class and my gauntlets weren't doing anything. So, actually, my armor class is 18 now.
Good.
So that's a plus.
Corlon is going to go on 6. The robots are going to go on 17. Ogres and zombies are on 15 since I just combined them together. And the Soldier of Misfortune, whose name is Grimvald, is going on 24.
Well, don't get attached.
Yeah, so Grimvald's going first, then Xenoxia, Darkassian,
Yes.
robots, Freya, the ogres and zombies, Flunkin, Artis, Corlon.
Oh man, Corlon did worse than me.
Yeah, he does get 2 around, and so does Grimvald is going twice at 27 and 24. Grimvald, the ogres, and the zombies are still going to come closer and closer to your boat. The automatons are going to ready their action, and so is Corlon as well, as he ejects both of his great swords from inside his forearms as they smash down into the deck of the ship, waiting.
A thing for that one.
So does that mean it's me?
That means it is Xenoxia.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm going to hold action.
And that's going to bring us to Silverhand.
Yes. Well, I'm going to hang out here in the crow's nest for a little while and get my bearings straight, as per se. And might just hold my action for a few minutes.
Okay. So you're going to hold your action, and that's going to bring us down to, I believe it was the robots. They're going to prep themselves on the gun cannons that are alongside the aft. What are ship?
Aft would be
Port,
back.
aft is the back, bow is the front, port and starboard is right and left. Crying out
Okay,
loud.
so we'll say port.
I love that wine.
I love that.
Portmanteau.
I like a chocolate port with a little bit of cherry.
Oh man, it's good stuff.
All right.
They're going to line up on the gun cannon side and prepare them to start shooting. However, they're going to hold their action until they get within range.
On Corlon signal.
On Corlon's signal. 16, Freya.
How far away is the ship? Do we know?
It's about 120 feet, but it's coming at a good clip since you guys really aren't moving away from it.
Okay, then I am close enough to do magic missile.
Okay. Where are you shooting it at the ship, or are you going to try to aim for something?
So I can aim up towards 5 creatures. So I'm going to. Can we see them on the rails of the boat?
You can see the ogres pretty darn well, and the Soldier of Misfortune. Seeing the zombies, you can kind of make out.
It's like a seething mass kind of thing for them.
Yeah, they're kind of milling about.
What's left
One
on
in each
them?
ogre, and then 3 on the misfortune.
Okay. Roll your attack. Let's see if you can hit the ogres and the Soldier of Misfortune.
18.
Yeah, you'll be able to hit the ogres just fine with that. Okay, you're gonna shoot some magic missiles that are coming out of your fingers.
Yep.
Okay, shooting out of your fingers, and they're gonna go blast those ogres. However, the Soldier of Misfortune easily deflects them out of the way. Roll your damage for those ogres.
6.
They're not too happy about it, but as big, dumb, dead ogres that have been brought back to life, they don't really do much other than and then they continue to go because they're big, dumb ogres. And that's going to bring us to ogres and the zombies. The ogres are just going to stand there. The zombie horde is just going to stand there and mill about because they're not really doing much of anything. And that's going to bring us to Funkin.
Hold action.
Artists.
And they're still 100-some feet away.
Yes.
Gonna hold 2. After I get to the side of the ship that the gunners are getting ready on, assuming that Corlon's gonna turn the ship, and that'll be the side closest to him.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I had some beans. It was a bad day.
That's unfortunate. Corlon himself is going to hold action and prepare. They will be on you at the top of the round. Here we are.
If they're getting close enough, can I yell out, "Silver Hands, let him up"? I mean,
Are we close enough?
Yeah, we are close enough.
You popped across the world. I think
Okay, yes, all right.
That is going to be Grimvald himself. Let's see if he can see what's going on. Because you're all the way up on the deck, right?
Way up on the
You're
crow's
out of
I'm in the crow's
nest.
nest.
he doesn't get to.
Why don't you go ahead? What's your dexterity?
+2, so it's +2 on hide.
Okay. Grimvald does, you can tell he sees you as he looks up to where you are in the crow's nest as you blinked up there.
Oh, that's
and he
not
thinks that is very curious. However, he's still not doing
I
anything
never
at
said
this
I
moment.
blinked up there. I said I shimmied.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, then he definitely sees you
Okay, I
shimmy
blinked
your
up
butt
there.
up there.
Okay, I blinked up there. Fair
Okay.
enough.
The blinking comes in later.
Yes.
That's going to bring us to Xenoxia. They are now within range if you want to cast any kind of spell or shoot your crossbow.
Okay, I'm gonna cast the Summon Swarm.
Okay,
I got a 20 on that.
excellent. You're able to cast it. Where are you casting it at? On the deck of your ship? Perfect.
No, on the deck of the other ship.
Why?
Because I don't want to be eating a lot about rats.
Boo.
Which, by the way, I rolled for rats.
Okay.
Man, they're gonna eat things dead.
She's got a point
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
you
They're
know.
probably eating a rotten
So the
flesh.
range is going to be 45 feet.
Okay, so you're going to send them after one of the ogres. The swarm of rats are going to totally encompass one of the ogres. It's just trying to brush him off. It's not doing very good. The other ogres are indifferent to this ogre zombie suffering, They don't care. You can see large chunks of flesh being eaten away. The green goo is coming out of the actual skin itself, and you see more bones being revealed over this ogre's chest, and it takes 12 points of damage total over the next 4 rounds. This one is looking about half as dead as it looked before for a dead thing. So, and that's going to bring us to Silverhand.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Well,
Light him up!
lighten him up, buddy boy. I'm going to have my ring of blinking, and I'm going to blink across from the crow's nest in one ship to the crow's nest in the other ship. And as I get over there, I'm going to blink over there, and I'm going to look over the edge of the crow's nest, because apparently I'm alone, and I'm going to drop 2 of these big, giant jugs of black powder with the magical rocks in them, and as soon as I drop them, I blink away to the deck of our ship.
That's fine. You can blink wherever you want to.
Oh, good then.
Okay.
And he blinks home.
Screw this.
Later, guys.
I'm out.
I did what I came to do.
So the zombies aren't going to be able to see anything happening because they're
Zombies.
zombies. However, Grimvald himself, seeing as he has also been holding action.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dice.
That is a lot of dice. I like it. As long as it ain't coming at us, I like it.
Yes.
That was bad news.
Bad news bears.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
As you drop these
Gallon-sized black powder.
gallon-sized black powder kegs,
We're dropping IEDs on these guys.
he's going to be able to reach up and grab one very easily, but just as he's concentrating on this one, his hand slips out of the other one, and it explodes right next to him on the deck. And he does take a good amount of damage, but it seems that he is unfazed. So that's going to bring us to... robots are up. They're going to start firing. There are going to be 4 cannons on the port side of the ship. They light up the bow of the ship, but unfortunately their aim was not that good, and it plinks off the iron sides of it.
Oh, it's iron,
We
dude.
weren't told it was iron.
You said it was ratty and crappy
ratty
looking.
and
We assumed
crappy.
it was
We
slow.
Still iron!
Son of a...
Iron can be ratty and crappy. Have you seen my pickup?
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Out of here trying to argue me out of like...
crap. I mean, we took a hit with that bottle, so
Yes.
you can't blame us.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
He's still holding the bottle of explosives, right?
Yeah, he's still holding
Guys, shoot the bottle.
Everybody aim for the bottle. Wait a minute. This is black powder, right?
on. Yeah.
Just checking. Yes, black powder.
Freya.
I was wondering what the wind is.
There was no wind.
There's no wind.
Oh, God, she's got a smile.
There was now wind.
No,
Too late.
Cannon, too late.
I'm going to cast Fog Cloud
Okay.
over the bad ship, and I rolled a nat 20 on that.
Okay, so that happens.
Yes.
So a fog comes out of the ocean itself and encompasses the entire ship and moves with it as it's still looming towards you. However, the entirety is obscured, and you can't see them, nor can they see you. Ogres and zombies are still going to do the same thing over there, which is stand around and...
I have a noise for that.
Do you?
Yeah, he's got all sorts of noises.
Fucking.
I guess I'm just gonna take a blind shot at that mist.
Okay, you take a blind shot into the mist, roll me your attack with your crossbow.
19.
He's got a big old grin.
It's critical.
Roll your damage.
He pulled that.
You shoot wildly into the fog itself. Crossing your fingers, you hear a... as it hits one of the ogres, and though you can't see where it struck, you can kindly assume that it is.
It's not an ogre.
In an ogre zombie.
That's an ogre.
Okay, that's an ogre. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Thank you for the soundboard, Alan.
You're very welcome.
Alan and Cassian, friends forever.
Yes, we are.
Artists.
Wait a minute.
Ma'am.
Well, thank you for getting that right.
Well, I tried.
So, how close is the thing?
You say 30 feet away at this
30
point?
feet away. How far would you say artist can chuck that third barrel? Or that third jug? 30 feet?
How much? We'll say this thing weighs, we'll say 10 pounds.
10
with the
pounds is a
clutch.
good, nice round number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to chuck it. Artist would be assuming that the middle of the fog bank would be the middle of the ship. Because since it's moving with the ship, that it would be based,
Sure.
pretty center on that. And then my thinking on this is, if it doesn't hit somebody outright, it's going to hit the deck and mess up some zombies.
Okay.
It does not make it there. That's disappointing.
So describe to me what happens.
With a 7, what I'm seeing in my head is Artis is not quite ready for ships still. I mean, we've been on them, but she's a land-based
She is a land-based creature.
so she's still trying to figure out this whole battle on a ship thing with it still rocking with everybody running around and getting ready in cannons and stuff. So she grabs the jug and goes to throw it. And as she goes for the overhand, the ship swings a little bit. Let's say it dips into a wave, and she drops it I'd say just short.
Okay.
So there's just a in the water.
Eh.
Bang. Thank you. Thank you,
And
Emma.
it sinks down into the deep without exploding whatsoever.
Oh, that's
as
disappointing.
the gunpowder is now wet. So we just had gotten done with that round. There's going to be 3 rounds left on the fog. Artis had already gone. Corlon is going to be holding action. And then it's going to bring us to the top of the round with Grimvald. What is Grimvald gonna do? He's the soldier of misfortune to you.
It's Camis in the name. We're awesome. We got this.
We got this, guys.
I hope mid-throw his arm goes half dead.
50% chance of missing us.
Grimvald is going to, and see, here's the good thing with Grimvald, the soldier of misfortune.
There's a good thing?
Well, for me anyway, not for you
The
guys.
thing that we didn't find out on the last one because we murdered it right away.
Right.
I got +4 in buffoonery.
Jesus.
Grimvald, he's going to appear in front of everybody on the ship, and with him, he brings the 3 ogres
On our ship.
on your ship. As he blinks,
He'd have to roll something. for
Ow.
that.
Yeah, he has to
Ow.
figure
With the
out
fog.
where
Ow.
the ship is, or
You
ship
should have
is.
stayed in the crow's nest.
he's a pretty good estimation to figure out where he is.
Gotta roll it, 'cause
Yeah,
there's a
it sounds like there should be a
50%
percentage chance that he
miss.
might end up in the water with ogres sinking.
Yeah.
He rolls a natural 20.
Son of a...
All right. Well, now I won't argue.
You know, she still will.
Nope. It's on the ship.
I didn't say anything.
I take your word for that one.
Hey guys,
This time.
let's jump off.
No!
There's no abandoning ship in the
Yes.
middle of the fight, sir.
Please jump off.
I'm riding it down.
Did you know that all the terrible stuff that's worse than Grimvald is in the water?
Is in the water?
So if you would like to.
I'm sure he did.
He's going to use the jug and he's going to throw it at Corlon.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a plus.
And that sucks, but it could be worse.
I'm going to assume that with that roll, he's actually going to hit Corlon. He does hit him. He does hit Corlon with it. Throws this jar of filled with black powder in the exploding rock, and he throws it right at Corlon, and it explodes upon his chest. And you can see little bits of spring and chunks of himself fly off of him in all directions, but since his great swords are still lodged into the deck of his own ship, he doesn't move much, and that is going to bring us to you're up, Xenoxia. Standing in front of you are 3 ogre zombies and the much larger soldier of misfortune.
Question with that.
Yes.
Which one did he hit with the crossbow bolt when it was in the fog? Was it the same one from the rats?
Yes, it was the same one. I'm just gonna continually knock that one down unless you got and since it was in the fog, I took a 1 out of 3 chance, and lo and behold,
Are you being summoned?
I think you should go hug the soldier Grimvald.
I have a quick question.
No.
I have a fun question. If
Why
we
would
hug,
I do that?
If we hug the soldier, will it make him happy and not kill us?
Probably not.
Okay, I'm not going to do it.
Talking to the last one just ticked it off. I don't think hugs are going to get better.
Don't do it, Funkin.
No, man. He took your ale. Get mad.
Oh, he's going down. No, he's by a sec. Except me.
I didn't have enough time to plan this.
You can hold.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold action.
You're gonna hold defensively. Okay. That's going to bring us now to Arcassian.
Okay, so
Yeah, who are you shooting at?
I'm going to take off that one ogre that seems to be a little crazy.
Okay, you're going to shoot at that guy?
Yep, I'm going to try it with this one right here. That's a... Ooh, I know this one. 18.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit it as you
Nice.
fire off 2 arrows.
2 very fast, sharp, broad-headed arrows. The first one is a, let's see, 9.
Okay, and then you don't add your modifier to the next
Okay, so
roll.
it's just a 7 then. Okay, so it's a 7.
This one you add your modifier
And
to.
This one I have a modifier, so the 4.
Okay, so 11 total?
11 total.
Oof, he is not looking too good as he takes 2 more arrows, one in the neck and then one in the chest of whatever's left of it from what those rats had eaten off.
Yum, yum, yum.
And that's going to bring us to the robots. The robots, they're going to start attacking the next ogre. They will not hit.
30 robots missed 2 ogres.
3.
It's not all of them. We've got some that are attacking the ship as well.
Oh, the ones that are not firing.
Right,
Gotcha.
so the ones that are attacking the ogres are not doing anything.
Okay.
The ones that are going to fire at the ship will. Let's see if they'll be able to take out some of those zombies. They're going to knock that guy down. And that's going to take us to Freya? Is that what your name is?
Can I hop in?
Yeah, you held action. Go for it.
I want to do warp wood and cause their ship to spring a leak.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20 on it, and it says target is 1 pound of wood per level, all within a 20-foot radius.
I honestly have never encountered this before. Nobody has ever really, intentionally warped wood on the hull of a ship.
Until now.
Good job, Z.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's a
Brilliant is the word you're looking for, sir.
We like
that's a good idea.
stumping the DM.
That's why I had
Didn't go quite as
That's
well
why I
as you
had
were
to hold
planning.
action and think this through.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
You're right.
You missed.
I'm gonna say this is gonna take 2d10 rounds for it to be unsavable.
2d10? That's a lot of rounds.
It's a big ship.
Ones.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
It's going to take 7 rounds for it to be unsavable. Obviously, it's gonna start.
Yeah.
Sting to one side, which will throw off their accuracy. So if they're shooting at us with their things, they're going to really have to recalculate
Well, and
their cannons.
the zombies probably don't have much dexterity anyway.
No, they don't. So
Maybe it'll break in half like the Titanic.
yeah, but it's not that big.
You just said it was big.
Yeah, but it's not as Titanic big. Give some color to this before we bump onto Freya there.
I flailed my hands around.
Did
and
you
a
see
hole
any?
busted out. Went, and then all the zombies were like, "Whoa!"
For those of you listening, all the zombies did the wacky waving inflatable tube man arm movement and went.
So you go "Wah, la, la," or something, or mock the
I
zombies. Okay, so the zombies did
I was
that.
just, that's what the zombies did.
Okay, so you warp the wood.
I
at the
looked
hull of
cool
the
when I
ship.
did it. I was like all zen and like,
Yeah, you were just like.
Oh.
yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. That's
You
cool.
warp the wood and you create a relatively large gaping hole in the front of the hull of the ship, and it starts taking on water rather quickly. And that's your.
And that is now all my second level spells.
Burned for the day.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Freya.
Freya is going to summon a swarm, and I rolled for poisonous spiders.
Okay, you rolled for poisonous spiders.
And I'm going to aim them at Mr. Phasing Boy.
So they're small spiders. Make perfect stew. Ale spider stew.
You want to do 50-50 shot, phase shift? High for human?
Yes.
High for human, okay.
Okay. Whites or tens? Really? The first time? 100. So, yeah, he's human. He's going to take a little bit of this damage. Okay.
The whole thing?
He'll take all these bites. Spiders. That's.
Man, if he dies from spiders, I would laugh so hard. It's not gonna happen, but it would be fun.
It'd be funny, though.
I was going to say.
Yeah, probably not.
Is this? Can I have a question here? If this is like kill the shepherd and the sheep disperse,
Yeah, probably
so if
not.
this guy dies, they just all jump off the boat, right?
Or just fall over dead because they're not animated anymore? Maybe? Insert math noise here.
I don't have one of
Beep,
those.
boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop.
I might.
Calculating.
What?
Okay, so you release hundreds of spiders from your fingertips, and they fly directly at the Soldier of Misfortune's face, and they start biting him, and as he just kind of sits there and takes it, staring death arrows at you. And they're biting and biting and biting for the next 2 rounds, and you can see them swarming all over his face, but his eyes and mouth are still open, crunching on them, and he is taking damage from them. And you can see the welts popping up on his cheeks as the rest of him phase shifts around these spiders.
He's crunching them with his eyes? Holy crap, this guy's badass!
Yeah.
Guys, this is really gross and scary at the same
Yeah, what's gross is you can shoot spiders out of your fingers.
You did this.
No, that's badass.
You brought this on yourself.
No, you're not wrong.
I don't know.
Did you just pull a grommet?
Let's not sneeze and do that when we're in the bathroom, all right?
Pull grommets a lot.
Did you pull a Wallace and Gromit?
It's a new spell I've been working on.
It's terrifying. Let's not do that
A new
again.
spell I've been working on. Guys, look at this. Spiders.
Watch out, they're poisonous.
It's super scary confetti.
That's horrible.
Oh, look, confetti. Oh, it's alive.
That confetti has streamers. Oh, my God.
They're not streamers.
You want ready, Stu? Stu's ready.
That's going to be the ogre's turn. What they are going to do is they're going to start attacking the actual mast itself to try and take it down with the club.
Why am I glad I'm not up there anymore? Whew.
Hit it or suck.
2 criticals onto the mast. That's 68.
Oh, good
God.
gravy.
Did you just say 68?
He did.
I'm going home, guys.
Not like 68. 6D8.
It's something.
It's still bad.
Hey, Silverhand, can I borrow your ring?
It took a long time for me to get this. I'm not giving it up until I'm dead.
Funkin just puts his hand out and goes, peace.
We can arrange that.
They, all 3 of them in unison, take swings with their great clubs as they smash into the mast itself, and you can see the splinters of wood falling apart as they easily smash into it.
I can fix it, guys. Don't worry.
And this thing
You
is
better be able to.
it is looking worse for wear as they're taking huge swaths of wood out of this. The mast will probably come down if they attack it one more time on their next turn. And as far as those zombies are going to go, their cannons on their ship are going to release. They only have 3 of them, so that's not too bad. However, they are not gun cannons. They are actual cannons as they fire into the hull of your ship. One of them explodes at the front of the ship and creates a new hole, and the other ones just glance off the side of your ship and fall into the water, and that's going to bring us to Funkin.
I'm jumping in.
The water?
No. I'm
You
jumping
went.
in. Yes, but I have a feat that I can do another
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah? Sweet.
I just do the scorching, right?
Have at it.
Sounds good, roll it. It's a monster. Kill it. Kill it.
23.
These things are slow and...
18.
Scorching rays come out of your fingertips once the spiders had come before, and they crash right into the ogre, and one of them burns completely to death. Yay! The other 2 take some damage, but they're not too bad.
Does anybody else smell burning dog hair? Oh. What is that smell?
It's him cooking spiders.
Trust me, Trust me, gnome. We can smell you from here.
Would you like some stew?
No, thank you.
The answer is always no.
Funkin'.
Don't hug the thing, no.
Don't go hug him.
Kill him with kindness.
You can do it.
In this situation, I think we're screwed either way, guys. So we're going to take bot shots at one of the weaker ogre things that are taking up the mast.
All right, sounds good. So you're going to take a shot at one of the other ogres.
The weaker of the 2.
They're both the same, but okay. One looks weaker, we'll say that.
Okay.
One's got a slight
Are
limp.
ogres
Yeah.
considered undead? Or no?
These ones actually are undead. They're zombies.
11.
No, it kind of saunters to the left, and your bolt flies right past it, past the
I
mast.
think it went to the right.
It did go to the right, excuse me.
Sticks in the mast.
Yeah. That's going to bring us to Artis.
Well, I'm assuming... Well, Artis would be assuming that Corlon would be running up to the soldier first.
Yes, Corlon is going to be going right after the
Yeah,
soldier.
Since they seem...
Like they
know
met
each other.
before.
And since the mass thing's happening, Artis is going to run right up to one of the ogres and take a war axe swing.
Okay, roll your attack with your war axe.
It's an 8.
Okay, relatively the same thing happens. The ogre missteps a little bit when it gets thrown off balance by her scorching ray, and you whiff right at that moment when it moves.
I don't want to dance with you, bud. Let's just end this.
Corlon, he's going to take attack and a Soldier of Misfortune. My dice are rolling hot tonight. That's a natural 20.
Isn't that Corlon's roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Corlon's roll against the Soldier of
This is a
Misfortune.
good thing.
I'm like, this is a good thing. This is positive to us.
Boo. Boo!
This is like a Martha Stewart good thing.
He's gonna suck it up on actually causing any damage, though. That's unfortunate.
Come on, Colon, you've got this one, buddy.
Got in the bag, metal man.
So Corlon is going to take one of his great sword arms and miss with the first one, but the second one connects onto the now zombified Soldier of Misfortune Grimvald, and it's going to lodge into where his rib cage once was and crack some ribs and shear some bone off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice hit, Colon.
Thank you.
Would you like some stew, Captain Stabby?
No.
Funkin, last time, don't call him that anymore. He's on our side.
Grimvald's turn. Since he does get those 2 turns around, he's going to blink back to his ship and then blink back to your ship.
Wait, what?
With 5 zombies in tow.
Why does he get to carry more than me?
Right.
That's not fair.
Because he's a big dude.
Fair enough.
So he's going to bring those guys.
No, they're already on there.
We'll get on there.
Which is going to bring us to Xenoxia.
Since I have my crossbow out, I guess I'm going to shoot my crossbow at one of the ogres.
Okay.
That's a 19, which means that's a critical.
You guys have just been... Everybody's rolling
No.
like super good today.
No.
Except for you. Yeah, sorry. No.
It's actually, that was a
Don't lump
26.
me into those people.
Which means I get 2d10. Left.
Okay, you're going to go for left ogre. Brandon number 2, because the first Brandon died. They're all named Brandon, except for the human zombies. They're named Tucker.
Okay.
Tucker owes the money.
9 and a 2.
So 11. Okay, so you take a shot at your crossbow with your quick draw, and then you shoot it right on top of the shoulder, and it almost drops its iron great club that it has, but it does not. Darkassian.
Yeah. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? I'm going to take a step back, draw my bow with, of course, a rapid shot, and I'm going to fire it at the phase shifting dude. What the heck's his name again?
Grimvald.
Grimvald, thank you, Grimvald. I'm going to shoot it at Grimvald. That's with a V.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to take an attempt here at least.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Come on, Daddy needs some new arrows. That would be a 9.
No.
I didn't think so.
No, that unfortunately does not hit as it plinks off his armor that he has encased around him.
Fair enough. Okay, I took a shot.
That's going to bring us to the robots, and a few of them are going to attack the zombies. We'll roll mass. Yeah, that'll hit the zombies. Okay, and the robots swing around from shooting across at the other ship, and they're going to fire at all of the other 5 that are sitting there, and they all hit and lodge slugs into the inside bodies of the zombies, causing flesh to goop all over the place. It's it's getting messy on this ship.
There's a lot of stuff hanging around with you.
There's a lot of stuff.
You're painting a picture, Chief, and I'm not sure I like it.
I do.
I feel bad for the deckhands have to wash up the deck after this.
Yeah.
There'll be storms.
Would it be the poop deck?
Alright, zombies' turn. They're gonna start attacking there. They miss as they all lash out at at the robots. And the robots tuck and roll out of the way and prepare to fire once again. However, the 2 ogres are going to take another whack at the mast itself to see if they can fell it.
I didn't pull one of their concern by swinging at it. I didn't pull one of them away from that.
No, they're very concentrated on getting this mast down, and it appears as they club right into it again, they shatter the entire mast, and it comes crashing down off the other side of the boat. Let's see if any of the robots are gonna get taken out by the mast falling. We'll do the same for the zombies, don't worry. Well, the mast comes crashing down, and it slams into one of the zombies, pulverizing it into a heap of goop and bones as it...
Tucker, no!
Tucker! And that's going to bring us to Freya.
So we've got how many zombies and...
So you have 4 zombies left. One of them is looking horribly worse for wear. The other 3 aren't doing so bad. As far as zombies go, the Soldier of Misfortune is attacking Corlon, and Corlon vice versa. The 2 ogres are still there, and next round they will start turning around and attacking other people. Your mast has fallen completely off of the ship and is laying there half in the water and half sticking up.
Well, I don't know what to do about that.
Is it still tied to the ship?
Yeah, all the rigging is still there.
Okay.
I'm going to
We need to take out
Cast.
these ogres.
disrupt the undead.
Yeah, roll me your ranged touch attack. And it
That'd
deals.
be a 20, but not natural.
Yeah, you'll do. Do you want to do left or right? Left side. Xenoxia did hit with her crossbow. Do you want to do concentrate on that one?
And that would be a 5.
All right, for 5 points of damage. A rainbow glittery ray springs from your fingertips, totally negating the badness of the spider swarm that had previously come, and the scorching ray as well, and the happiness ensues this zombified ogre, and it smiles and starts writhing in pain as it takes 5 points of damage to itself.
I didn't see a smile there.
No!
Better.
It's a little masochistic, apparently. Yeah. It's gonna bring us. Who's next? Funkin'.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that whole hot shot on the one that she just did that thing, the smiley one.
All right, the smiley ogre, the one that's happy with the rainbows and glitter all over it.
Yeah,
So maybe he's a little distracted.
his smile did not convince me, so he must die.
Okay, that's fair. Roll your attack.
Well, it's not one.
Well, yeah.
It's a 1, though, isn't
Technically,
it?
it's a 1, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's a
critical fail.
It's a critical fail. Oh, this is
Much
cool.
for that dice.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Okay, so you shoot at this ogre, and as he's just smiling in pain and whipping his great club around, it glances off the great club and goes hurling towards one of the robots themselves. But the robot, having a better dexterity than most of the other ones, looks at it and ducks out of the way as it doesn't hit anything and lodges right into the deck of the ship.
That could have
That
went
was
worse.
nice.
And the robot looks at you and glares with its undead, blank stare.
Would you like some stew, Mr. Robot?
That's gonna bring us to Artis.
Seeing the undead thing and realizing I'm an idiot. That good clerics with undead. There's actually something I can do here.
Turn a rebuke.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do turn undead on the two ogres. I'm guessing they're still standing next to each other.
Yes, they're still standing. What hit dice can this go up to?
It's a roll. I go turning check, and then off of a chart, then I turn a maximum hit dice based on what I roll. So if I roll 10 to 12, it's straight my level, so it'd be 4. 13 to 15 would be a +1. 16 to 18 would be +2, and so on. Anything on the other side of that is a minus to it.
So, do you get any other bonuses?
It is a d20 plus charisma, so that's going to go well.
What's your charisma?
A minus
Nothing. Roll me a knowledge religion check.
Didn't you think about changing that?
I thought you were going to put that.
Knowledge religion,
Yeah.
13.
You know this could probably not work.
That gives you knowledge right there that it's going to work, right?
All right. Probably not. I'm not going to burn it on probably not because I can use it on the zombies.
But you can use it on the zombies.
So instead, I will go back to Warax then.
Okay.
And there's one of them that's hurt more.
Yes.
The one on the left,
I'll
yeah.
go for that one.
That happy, smiling one.
And that is 21.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to lodge your dwarven roar axe right into it. Let's see if you can lop off its left arm as well.
That's for 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, well you do, you don't lop off its entire arm, but you do break one of the bones in it, and you can see it sticking out now from the old dead flesh, and it writhes in pain? No, it doesn't. It's
While
a
still
zombie.
smiling?
Yeah.
Oh man, it lost its smile.
Yeah.
You need some therapy, bud.
You can see the bones sticking out of its forearm, and you smell almonds.
His copy of 50 Shades of Undead falls out of his pocket.
Corlon's going to do the same thing, and he's going to attack Grimvald. Corlon misses with his first attack with his greatsword, but then he lodges yet again with his next attack, in shattering more into the ribs of the Soldier of Misfortune. But the Soldier of Misfortune, Grimvald, does not appear appear to be frightened of what is happening to his body as he is phase shifting in and out of the future, the past, and the present. And he is still staring intently into Corlon's eyes.
What is with this dude?
Last round with the fog, and the ship is getting worse for wear. That's going to be Grimvald. And it is his turn as he stares intently into Corlon's eyes.
So there's obviously some history between these two.
Yes.
Anybody else noticing this little...
I know all about it.
Oh, shush. Quiet, you.
Me and Corlon go way back.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Admiral Funkin sold him his boat.
That was before his demotion.
That was my father.
You got stripped of your career. You got stripped of your rank in Korea.
Yeah, he pulled a Kirk.
I was going to say, did he pull a Kirk? You will be reduced in rank to captain.
And then he went, woo, and he went out to the bar and got himself some ale.
Captains get free drinks on Tuesdays. Woo!
Yeah.
And every day.
Every day is a Tuesday, yeah.
He'll gladly pay you Tuesday for an ale today.
An ale today.
Are there other crew members over there or just the zombies now?
Just zombies as far as you can tell, and they're just still milling about and falling and sliding into the water.
25 of them?
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
Not for much longer.
Here's the problem, though, guys. That ship has a mast.
Who needs a mast?
That's what I'm saying.
Us?
The
It's still hanging on. We can get it back
The
up.
thing was traveling without...
It's just, we
Wind.
start going and it's just Corlon holding it.
He's not wrong.
Grimvald is going to do, as you can all witness at this point, he's going to grab onto Corlon by the arms.
Uh-oh. Corlon, get down.
Corlon, you will lose. Your ship is lost, and your arm removed.
And he rips his left arm from his body and casts it into the sea. And Corlon screams in agony as loud as he possibly could. And that is going to bring us to Xenoxia.
Quick, artist, go get the arm.
All right. Give me a second here.
To somebody.
Give me a second here.
Make him a nature arm.
Well, our players may be outmatched, outgunned, and on a ship to nowhere. Will our heroes be able to get back into the action, defeat the Soldier of Misfortune Grimvald with the help of their robot friends? Does Falcon have what it takes to rebuild a mast? Can Artis even hit anything? Who knows? We'll see you again in 2 weeks for the conclusion episode, Rolling Tides, Chapter 4. Did you know that we absolutely love all the support you've given us? All of the follows and subscriptions are super great to see. Because of that, we'd like to thank each and every one of you, and we've got one heck of a list. So, without further ado, Bus Stop Toy Shop, House of Static, Dungeons with, DM of Chaos C, Xmouth Gamer, Bossy _Games, Dragonfire Dice, They Make Dice, The _Geek _Life, BLZE Bob, 13, H4RU 17, SWRPG Pod, Printable Pawns with customizable paper minis for your boards, One-on-One D&D, It's a Mimic D&D, Lorena Bell _, DRev RPG, Dead Men Questing, Mephistoin Cania, Tabletech _Games, Ichabard, Roll Control, My Game Books, Monday Nights PC, John Blade Pod, Hamster Waldo, Apodiah Game, Running the Table. Check them out for questions on any TTRPG gaming, Atomic Pace, Seas of Vidari, Lil Drum Boy, RVVSSIA, He Creates Comics, World of Hearthrun, Pod Sound School, Brutus Valatori, Real _Sharks, Tommy Oler, Coventry Pod, The Reasonable GM, NorCal Mythos, Dark Scholars, Games _Overlord for all your tagging retweets, Crabs the Game, Blue Munchkinite, GM Kevin Belden, APA Something, Miss Handbook, Shooty P, and of course, C's Card. This is a ton of new followers in the last week, and we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for giving us a bit of a platform to help share our story. Before we head off for the day, evening, or night, we'd like to ask if you wouldn't mind hopping on down to iTunes and giving us a review. We'd love some feedback so we know how we can make the episodes even better for everyone. We'd love to have a 5-star review, but we do appreciate honesty, and any review we get we'll love. Send us a screenshot of it, and the 6 of us will give you a personalized thanks before the outro of the next episode. If you found us through Twitter, you can download us at every location there is, from iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podbean, Podtail, Blueberry, pretty much everywhere. And we've also got ourselves a Patreon where you can get the banter, bad jokes, and some lewd language at the end of each episode. It's only $1 an episode, so about the cost of a half a cup of half milk steamed mocha latte with whipped chocolate. I don't know what any of those words mean, because coffee should be black. That's a little gatekeeping, but what do? Our Patreon can be reached at patreon.com/freeroll5, where we also put up free blog posts about the DM players and what it's like to game. Find us on Twitter at freeroll5, Facebook and Instagram at freeroll5podcast, and our website, which currently redirects to Podbean, freeroll5.com. Well, I'll stop talking now. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
The search for pirate gold, on the search for pirate gold.